Good evening and welcome to Housing Issues. My name is Bathsheba Wyatt Draper, and I will be your host for this evening, coming to you from Neighborhood Housing Services of Chicago, where we help people buy, fix, and stay in their homes. For over 38 years, we've been doing that. I want to give you some news and tell you about some things that we're doing. And if you have a question, please feel free to call in. The number is on the screen. I'll be more than happy to do what I can to answer the question. If I'm unable to, I will give you the number, or you can call in to the office where someone would be more than happy to look it up for you and get the answer that you need. Did you know that April is National Financial Literacy Month? It is recognized in the United States in April in an effort to highlight the importance of financial literacy and teach Americans how to establish and maintain healthy financial habits. That's something that we all can use. We all can work better at doing better by what we do with our money. Our money works for us, at least it's supposed to. We make a lot of money. We spend a lot of money. We don't account for our money. We need to change that. So at NHS, we've got some things coming up that I want to tell you about, and they're going to help you do that. Because that's what we do. We educate to empower so that you, the consumer, can actually plan implementation of change. We know that change is always difficult in the beginning, but look at what the outcome will be. You'll have more money. You'll be able to handle emergencies when they come up because you planned ahead. One of the things that we have coming up that I'm excited about is called the Financial Fresh Start. Whether you are planning to purchase a home or simply need to improve your finances, this workshop will prepare you for financial security. You'll learn how to develop a spending plan, how to reduce your debt, and how to increase your credit score. When is that happening? Glad you asked. On Wednesday, April the 19th. Registration is required. The class will be from 6 to 8. It will be held at 1279 North Milwaukee Avenue on the 4th floor. You must register. Now, there's more than one way that you can do this. You can call 773-329-4111, or you can go to our website, nhschicago.org, and click on where it says Learn How. You click on right there, and you'll be able to register yourself for the class. So you need to register by April the 11th. They want to know that you're coming by the 11th of April so they can make sure they can accommodate everybody. You don't want the room to be too crowded. You want people to feel comfortable. You want to be able to have enough people so you can engage in conversation. People can ask questions and walk away feeling like it was a good use of their time. So I'll go over this again before I go off the air. But again, that's the Financial Fresh Start, and that's going to be on April the 19th. That's a Wednesday. That's in the middle of the week. And that's going to be from 6 to 8 p.m. I am very excited about that because more and more of us need to start looking at our money in a different way. Okay, now, we have some other things going on. Coming up on April the 8th, which is this Saturday, we will be holding a Hardest Hit Fair out in East Hazel Crest, Illinois. Now, let me show you this flyer. Now, you may qualify for up to $35 in financial assistance at no cost to you. You can apply online for the Illinois Hardest Hit program, but on Saturday, April the 8th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at NHS in the south suburbs, that's at 1920 West 174th Street in East Hazel Crest, Illinois, you will be able to talk to consultants and sign up that day. They can help you that day. But here again, you're going to need to register online because the space is going to be limited. So to do that, you want to go again to our website, www.rainbowpush.org, excuse me, or call 773-329-4111. Now, if you're interested in this, here's what you want to bring. You want to bring your most recent mortgage statement. You want to bring your bank statements, all of the pages of all accounts. And let me just say this. I know that we are all, want to protect our information. But when you black out your account number on the bank statements or black anything out, you damage the paperwork. It's no longer valid. It's been altered. So bring copies, even bring the blank pages because they're counted. So you want to bring your bank statements, you want to bring your most recent mortgage statement, and your 5 most recent pay stubs, because that's going to be proof of income. If you don't have pay stubs, then you can always bring your award letters just to show whatever kind of income that you are receiving. So it's real important that you bring those things with you because they're going to be needed in order for you to start the process and begin to get things rolling. Now, I think it's important that I tell you that the Hardest Hit Fund has been around for a while, and what it does is that it assists homeowners who, for reasons that they did not create, for lack of a better term, have fallen behind in their mortgage or they've fallen behind in their property tax. Well, their mortgage, basically, I'm sorry. They can get up to $35,000 to help make them current. So if you haven't paid your mortgage in 6 to 7 months, and let's say you're $14,000 behind, if you meet all of the qualifications, there is an opportunity for you to be chosen, based on your information, to get the Hardest Hit to bring you current, pay that whole $14,000, and maybe help you going forward, pay your mortgage 100% until the max, you reach your max, which is the $35,000. That's as much money as you can get. If you're $34,000 behind and you start the process today, you may not make it because you're going to be another month behind before you get things get done like they're supposed to, which would make you ineligible because you'll be over the limit. So that's what the Hardest Hit is all about. It's been around for a long time. I know you've heard me talk about it on the show before, but we want you to take advantage of this. Again, this is for the Hardest Hit to help you to pay your mortgage. You can apply for it online, or you can come Saturday, April the 8th. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Neighborhood Housing Services of Chicago South Suburban Office. Also, there's a new program that just started at Hardest Hit. And this is a program for people who have a reverse mortgage. And say, for instance, their property tax have went up and they've not been able to pay them. They could apply for help through the Hardest Hit to pay their property tax. Now, I'm going to just read you what the hardships are that you have to have. Again, I would suggest that you give us a call at 773-329-4010 and ask for someone who's working with the Hardest Hit, or call 773-329-4111 and tell them you want some information about the reverse mortgage assistance from the Illinois Hardest Hit program. Okay, applicants must have experienced one of the following program eligible hardships. So these are the things that have had to have happened in order for you to be considered. Your mortgage statement must specify that your mortgage statement must specify the annuity payout option. And if you have a reverse mortgage, you know what that is. If applicant took a lump sum payout, they must qualify under a different hardship. For instance, household property expenses have increased substantially. Homeowners' current housing debt to income ratio exceeds 31% of their total income. More than 31%. Okay? Necessary home repairs have exceeded $1,000 in over a year or 1 year period. Household medical expenses have increased substantially. Out-of-pocket medical expenses have exceeded $1,000 in over a 1 year period. Applicants must have experienced a 15% reduction in income due to a qualifying hardship event. Now, these hardships are the same one you would use for the regular Hardest Hit. That is unemployment. This is due to no fault of your own now. Unemployment, underemployment, including decrease in business income, medical conditions, long or short term, death of a spouse or the title holder, divorce or legal separation. Unemployment or underemployment must be through no fault of their own. Hardship must have occurred after January the 1st, 2010. Hardship must have occurred after the HECM loan origination date. Now they talk about the loan criteria, the property criteria, and the income and assets. And I'm not going to take the time to read all of that because if you don't have reverse mortgage, you're not really going to understand the language that this is. But for those of you who do have a reverse mortgage, and you are struggling trying to pay your property tax, your health insurance, what your health needs have increased, you have to buy more medicine, and your cost of staying well has increased, you want to call and find out more about this. You want to sit down with a counselor, someone who can walk you through this to see whether or not you could qualify for this benefit. Again, that's the Reverse Mortgage Assistance, the RMA program, the Reverse Mortgage Assistance, and it's through the hardest hit. Now that's the state of Illinois, so it's through the hardest hit. It just started today. So don't be surprised. You're some of the first ones probably to hear about it on the show today, which is what we like to do because we like to keep you informed so that you know what's going on in the industry. So on Saturday, April the 8th, that will be for regular hardest hit. You may qualify for up to $35,000 in federal assistance at no cost to you. I have to keep saying this because it's important. I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying because there's a difference between the two. Remember, one is the RMA, and that's for the people with reverse mortgage. And the other one is just, for lack of a better term, the straight hardest hit program. So, if you have the time and you have your documents, I suggest you register because you're going to registration is required. And be sure after you register that you gather up your documents, your most current mortgage statement, your bank statements, all the pages and all accounts, and your 5 most recent paychecks or your proof of income, which would be your award letter if you're on Social Security or your pension. Whatever it is that you have as income, you need to bring documentation of that. Now, some of you may remember that last month on the show, I had a guest, Ms. Paula Gant, from the Renew Woodline program. They still have money. Borrows grants for up to $50,000 down payment assistance. Renew Woodline is over in the Woodline area, just south of Hyde Park. And here's the requirements for that. In order to be eligible for Renew Woodline, a home ownership program, the property and the applicant must meet the following criteria. Property must be a 1 to 4 unit. Property must be owner occupied. Property must be located in the Woodline community. Borrower must attend a HUD certified 8-hour home ownership workshop. That's a requirement. And it's becoming the requirement for a lot of lenders now. A lot of the lenders who are now offering the 3% down payment, the 3% down, they're also requiring the home buyer classes. I would suggest you go ahead and sign up for a home buyer class right now. Don't wait, because by taking the home buyers class, you will learn the things about the process, the things you're going to have to need, what things you need to look for, some things that you didn't know that were a part of the process. It will better prepare you for the process. Now, the classes are free at NHS, and we hold them in several different locations. Once again, you can go to our website at nhschicago.org, and you can once again click on the down and where it says, let's see, Learn How. I think it's the Learn How. And they have the calendar that shows you when the classes are coming, what days they will be. I can tell you right now that we're going to be holding classes this month at our central location at 1279 North Milwaukee Avenue on Tuesdays from 6 to 8. There will be classes at POA. That's over there in Woodline where Paula is. And that classes will be on Saturday. It's 4-hour class, 2 Saturdays, from 10 to 2. That's at 6144 South Cottage Grove Avenue. We'll have classes at our Roseland office, so feel free to call in at 773-329-4111 and ask them about what classes are available. There may be one very close to you. Go ahead, get in the class, get the book, get the knowledge. It will help you determine whether or not you're mortgage ready. If you're not mortgage ready, we can help you put together a plan to become mortgage ready. Better than that, we can help you through the financial fresh start. Just get a hold of your finances, period. Just because it's the right thing to do. You need to know that your money is supposed to work for you, but it can only work for you if you use it appropriately. We all say, I never make enough money. I don't make enough money. And then when we do our taxes, and we see that it says we made $40,000 or $50,000, we say, I don't see that. You made that money, and you spent the money. You didn't plan with the money. You didn't set money aside so that you could see where your money was going, and you can make it utilized so that you utilize it so you can do the things that you need to do and some of the things that you want to do. So it's so important that we take advantage of these classes, especially while they're free. They're about you. You have to be willing to come to the class, do the homework, read the book, do some research, and have a plan. Something that you can follow. You got to set up goals for yourself. Short-term goals. The first goal ought to be just take the class. When you sign up for the class and show up, that's called victory. That ought to make you happy. You're on your way. You want to buy a house? Then this is how you get started in doing it the right way, by taking the class. And not just taking the class, but if you come out to the Financial Fresh Start class on the 19th, you can learn about developing a spending plan. And that's just so important because that's your guideline. That's your map of what you plan to do, how you plan to do it. And it's the way you track your money. How have you been spending it? But remember, you have to do thy own self be true. So you have to put everything in the spending plan. And then you'll talk about reducing your debt. Talk about the art of negotiation. You'll talk about increasing your credit score. When you eliminate the debt and be a better monitor of your spending, your credit score can increase. And once again, this is a free event. I can't promise you they're going to always be free, but I can say that this one is, and you need to try to take advantage of it now. That's going to be Wednesday, April the 19th. And remember, for both of these programs, the one that's going to be April the 8th, this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., as well as the one that's going to be on April 19th from 6 to 8 p.m., they're asking you to please register. And again, you can register at our website, as I showed you before, at nhschicago.org. And when you get there, then you just click on, wait 1 second, the computer's not working with me. Here we go. So, when you get there, you see where it says Learn How? That's the drop down. Then you click on Learn How, and this is where you will go to register for the class. Okay, you see it tells you right here, the class types, and you go here. There you go. And there's that calendar that I was telling you about of upcoming events. And this is where you can sign up and register for the upcoming class, whether it's the one on the 19th or the one on the 8th. But it is important that you do register. And you can see these two classes on here as well as other financial classes that we have. So it's important to do that. Remember, if you don't have access to the computer, you can call 773-329-4111. Now, that's for the East Hazel Crest, that's our South Suburban office, this Saturday. And then at our central location at 1279 North Milwaukee Avenue for the 19th. I promise you, you will enjoy yourself. You won't leave the way you came. You will learn something, and that's what's important. Now, I want to let you know that the Renew Woodline program is winding down, for lack of a better term. I think it's supposed to end in September. You don't want to let this pass you by. You want to try to take advantage of this. This is a lot of money, $50,000. And as Paula told us last week, you can layer money, which means if I am trying to purchase a home, so I work for a place where my employer gives me $10,000 towards buying my first home. Well, if I get this $50,000, I can layer that 10 on it. Now it's $60,000. That's less money I have to get financed. So when you get a chance, if you want to know more about it, I know they've had housing tours and they've had community meetings talking about some of the changes that are coming to Renew Woodline. And so if you're interested, please call Paula Gant at 773-329-4106. Again, that's our Renew Woodline program. It is awesome. Woodline is on the move, and you can be a part of the transition. So it's one of those communities that we want to see you stay in, and as we stabilize it and make it vibrant again, as it used to be. So we talked about these three programs. I also want to talk to you as much as possible about coming to the basic first-time home buyer classes. These classes for 4 nights, at least the one at Central, will be for 4 nights, and actually it starts tomorrow. So it'll be four Tuesdays in this month from 6 to 8. We will cover shopping for a home. We will cover budget and credit. We will cover getting the deal done. And that's about the closing, all of the documentation and stuff that you have for the closing. We're going to talk about insurance. We're going to talk about getting your home inspected. We're going to talk about ways to tools you can use in your attempt to save your money. How you might want to change some things. We want to show you that to create the change you need to buy your home and to have a good budget, it doesn't require any special pencil or paper. It doesn't require a certain program. You don't even have to have a computer. But it does require commitment. It does require you to be focused, dedicated, and disciplined about the goal you're trying to achieve and taking advantage of the things that you can learn in these free classes. So I want to encourage you to call 773-329-4111 and let them know that you're interested in getting some kind of financial education, whether it's for your first time you buy a home or just to get your money in order. Just to get your money in order, do better money management. This is what you want to do. Don't put it off. Once you get the education, it won't leave. It'll be there. So I hope I've said something that you are interested, got your little interest, and that you'll call and take advantage of it. Remember, Saturday, April the 8th, we're going to be at East Hazelcrest from 9 to 1. And then on the 19th, we're going to be at Central from 6 to 8. Call for both of these. Please reserve your seat at 773-329-4111 or go to the website. Again, go to the website, look at the calendar, click on and reserve your space for whatever it is that you want to do. We want to serve you. That's our mission, to help you take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you, not only to buy a home, but to live a better financial life. We can't work harder at your life than you're willing to work. But if you're willing to work, we're willing to help. Again, my name is Bathsheba Wyatt Draper, and I've been your host from Neighborhood Housing Services of Chicago for this episode of Housing Issues, and it has been my pleasure. I hope to hear from you soon. Take care and have a wonderful day, and happy Financial Literacy Month.